Yo, what's going on, everybody? SpeedGaming 3 land. It's your boy, the Schwantz27, for another Worlds Collide Wednesday, the Final Fantasy VI Open World Randomizer. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Sigil. Sigil, how we living tonight?
I'm living great. How you doing, Schwantz?
I'm doing awesome. We are in the Moogle Cup, which is our new player tournament, and we've got two behemoths of the game here. Malkier, who has been an OG, started playing this randomizer even before I came aboard, which is like 4 years ago at this point. But he's just dusting off the cobwebs and giving it another try. This is his first race in the Moogle Cup so far in the group stage, and Darkness on the right-hand side in the default colors is got a record of 1-1 so far in the Moogle Cup. So Sigil, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Moogle Cup, and I'll get these runners started.
Right. The Moogle Cup, each Moogle is paired with a mentor who will practice with them, give them advice, and answers any questions that they have while running. The Moogles have a choice if they want the mentor there when they're running, and in this case, both Moogles wanted their mentors there. As you see on our screen, Unlock is 6 and 9, while Skip is one of 9 characters, 12 espers, or 22 checks. We have the boss's undead boss's flag on, which means Phantom Train, the second phase of Senior Behemoth, and Head-On could be Phoenix Down or Revified. We have Super Balls in Shop, cheap rods. Dragons don't increase scaling, so they're great to get experience. We also have eggs and Illuminous in shops. And our characters, I believe, stats are at 100% to 125%.
Yeah, so making things just a smidge easier than our current standard flags, but I think it's a really good bridge into getting to learn the game. We give you lots of different ways of cracking the seed open with offense, so that this way you're more prepared when you have seeds that might not offer you as much. You can get a little bit of a variety of things to practice with here.
Right. Speaking of ways to practice seed open, with the dead checks, which are checks that don't give characters or espers, they give premium item rewards, which are big sticks like the Illumina, Ragnarok, and Valiant Knife, Atma Weapon, or top tier accessories like Offering, Genji Glove, Experience Egg, or stuff that you don't really want to see like the Magus Rods or Mega Elixir.
Yeah, so hopefully we won't run into a lot of dead checks. We do see Darkness giving us a look at some of the optional objectives that we have. If we go through the Doma Dream sequence, we get all 8 Sortex. If we finish up the Magitech Factory check, we get the upgraded Magitech ability. Let's take a step back. What the heck is Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide anyway? So it is the open world randomizer for Final Fantasy VI, or 3, as some people might know it, across the way. But basically, you get the airship. You could go between the World of Balance and the World of Ruin. And in this game, it's pretty much unlike any other RPG randomizer I've ever really played, where there isn't really a key item hunt, or the key items, I guess you could call them the characters, because the characters are what open up more areas of the world to us. And as we find out who our starting 3 characters are, that's that white number on the tracker down there, we'll let you know where we can possibly go and what our runners might be thinking along the way here. All right, it still has Christopher Workin's name there. That is not. Yeah. That is a great name, but that is not me. So maybe I'll go fix that in a second. Our runners have been given the thumbs up to go, and when they do start going, things are going to start to get nuts.
I wonder who they're going to start with tonight.
Yeah, my favorite character in the randomizer is Gao, because he has the potential to get 2 different abilities. The leap command gets randomized to something unique, as you see here, and so does Rage. So there's a potential to have him be really good, or your runic control gal, which everybody hates. He also opens up just 2 different checks, and one of which you need to go find some dried meat to feed the NPC on the Veldt, and then you need to go through the Serpent Trench. So very good character to start off with. Pretty easy couple of checks as well. That's why he's my favorite. What about you, Sigil? Who's your favorite in the randomizer?
Sabin, but he has a lousy equipment pool.
Yeah.
And speaking of starting characters, we have Lock, Terror, and Shadow, which have great free checks.
Yeah, so there's that control I mentioned, and the Magitech on the Shadow. So we're going to be looking for Celeste here, and if we do, then we can go through the Magitech factory check in order to upgrade that Magitech ability. So the characters we start off with and their abilities are random. The rewards that you find at different world events are random. The items in chests, the items in shops are randomized. The bosses are shuffled amongst themselves, which means we won't fight the same boss twice. The dragons are shuffled amongst themselves as well, and we're already getting a check here from Darkness in the Narsh weapon shop, which is one of Locke's checks, and it's a choice between a Raiden and a Genji glove. Smartly picking the Esper there.
Yes, because he'll just get the Genji glove when he does the Welk check anyway, since he starts with Terra.
So another thing that Locke gives us access to is uncursing the shield. Now, in the vanilla game, it's a monstrous 255 battles, but in this seed, it's 14, which is on the high end of things.
Nice.
I don't know if I would be uncursing a shield with the count.
Yeah, I don't know either, especially with this group setup.
Yeah,
we don't
so
have that many crime fights.
We do have Magitech, which is a pretty good ability, but Control and X Magic are pretty bad. So those are the other abilities that our characters have. So our runners with the first, 5 or 10 minutes of the seed, maybe a little longer, are going to be looking for some stuff in shops and in chests in order to give them some offense in order to beat the nearest enemies.
Yes. Like we just saw earrings in the Relic shop.
So yeah, earrings will boost our magic damage by plus 25% for each earring that we wear, and you could wear up to 2 of them. Yes. Quick math says that that's plus 50% damage. Yes. And here's another check that Darkness is doing. So Shadow has the house on the Veldt check here, which is where you recruit him in the vanilla game. There is a merchant there on a chocobo. Ooh, mega elixirs are a nice thing to note down for later in the game there.
Yes.
And let's see. Malkier is looting the classroom, so some more looting here.
Which I don't think he got anything that useful.
All right, so that's shiny stone number 2 there for Darkness. So we're going to refer to enemy scaling a lot as we're, going through our particular commentary here. Sigil, can you give us a rundown as to what that means?
In Worlds Collide, we have scaling based on this flag set the amount of characters and espers you have times 2. Which in this case, in Darkness's case, since he has 2 espers and 3 characters, the enemies will be around level 10. Because they're gaining 2 levels per character and esper.
Yeah, so even though there are some areas of the game that you don't require battles to fight, it still might be advisable to not obtain as much stuff as you possibly can, because then you're making the enemies that much more difficult. Yes. Unlike in other RPG randomizers, the enemy levels and scaling and toughness is not location-based, it's progression-based, which is another really cool thing I like about this randomizer. It's different than a lot of other ones. There are some dried meat that I was mentioning earlier, and the big ticket item there, Sigil.
Super Balls. My favorite thing in Moogle Cup. The great thing about Super Balls is, even though the damage is random between like 256 and like 5,000, it bypasses defense. And it's a great way to kill dragons early on to get a lot of levels underneath your belt to get going.
Yeah, so Darkness is in the cave to the sealed gate here, which is one of the areas that Terra opens up, and it's a pretty popular opening area because there is a ton of loot here, and there is no fighting that you need to do in order to get this check. So we'll see what's at the end of the cave to the sealed gate here. Meanwhile, Malkir is doing a more traditional looting route of going to, the first couple of towns that have around 10 or so treasure chests in them and some shops. And there is a vanilla Atma weapon. I don't know if that's the same exact chest that the Atma weapons in the vanilla game, but it's pretty close.
It's close enough. It's the same room.
So yeah, the super balls are an interesting way to break the seed open. We do have access with Locke to a check that does have a dragon in it in Phoenix Cave. So we'll see if Malkir tries to go that way. There is a lot of loot in Phoenix Cave too. However, you do need to split up your party into 2 different factions. So that means one of your characters is unfortunately going to be left without fighting that dragon there.
Yeah. And you have to hope the dragon's not something like the Pearl Dragon.
More Super Balls. So if you missed them in Returners, you found them in South Figaro here. So we'll see if Darkness ends up running into that at some point.
World of Balance, South Figaro.
Yeah. However, Darkness already has 3 Espers. Now, there's pros and cons to getting this amount of Espers. Oh boy, there we go. Did you see what I saw?
Yes. I'm jotting that down if I'm out here.
Yes, so the Valiant Knife is one of the best weapons in the game, and that is $86.99 for a glowing stone. Wow, so we could end up with 4 Espers before the 7-minute mark here, which is ridiculous. So yeah, that Valiant Knife, unfortunately, I think only Locke could wear it, which is the truth in the vanilla game.
Yeah.
How this flag set works, I believe, Sigil, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is the item equipment pool is whatever that character could use in the vanilla game, plus a 33% chance of randomly being able to use a weapon. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Which is why I like finding a merit award just in case.
Yeah, so that's a relic that will allow you to wear, or the user to wear higher end weapons, or heavy weapons, as it's sort of called.
You just can't equip Atma weapons with it and female armor, I believe.
Yeah, so that's the Minerva, right?
Yes.
And some other of the robes you probably cannot wear either, which give the magic damage increase here. So, unfortunately, Darkness is going to the world of Ruin, South Figaro, and the shops are not the same between worlds. So he's going to see some different stuff than Malkir saw here. So we'll see if he ends up going back to World of Balance, South Figaro, but that is going to be a big oof if he doesn't see that Valiant Knife, because that is something that Locke could use at the end of the game here for our party.
Yes.
All right, so let's do a little analysis here. You have these 3 characters, right? We talked about some of the checks that we've already done, and we've talked about how the enemies are scaled. Our current heroes are only on level 3, though, and you don't ever want to take a boss on level 3, unless, of course, you find those super balls, because they don't do damage based on your current level. It's just a random number. So, Sigil, what would you be doing first with the things that you have found from your looting and shopping here?
I probably would. I would pick up the VK when I have time.
Yep.
Since also the HP portion bypasses defense.
Yep.
And I'll be going straight for a dragon while trying to figure out what I'm going to do once I get my free checks in.
Yeah, I think if I don't find super balls here, I would probably pull on the lever in the sealed cave in order to take some grind fights to get me off of level 3. Or if those fights are pretty bad, then maybe take off the Moogle Charm as I'm looting South Figaro basement, because there really isn't a great check for these characters that has encounters in them.
I also like taking my Moogle Charm off outside of South Figaro Cave in the World of Balance.
Yeah, that's also another one.
Especially if I have a lock start, since I'm just going to do that check anyway.
Yeah, so we do have a question from the chat. So, what happens when you mimic a Magicite usage? I believe it's just the same Magicite summon or the same magic summon. You don't get a different one. But I don't know. It could also instead mimic the Magicite usage, right? Which just pulls up some random Esper. I don't know. I've never tried it.
I never tried it
is Magicite is very much a, oh my god, I have nothing else to do, and this is a last ditch effort in order to win whatever fight this is. So the Magicite is something that I'm selling 99 times out of 99 if I get to a shop, right? So that's I've never tried that before, so maybe I'll have to load up a seed and give it a shot.
But I do know Gogo cannot mimic Yeti Storm.
Interesting. Yeah.
I learned
it
that.
Would be like the fight command, maybe? I don't know.
Yes, because it'd be like the fight command.
Yeah.
I learned that last week.
We're learning something new all the time with Worlds Collide, and that's one of the fun things about the randomizer is you get yourself into these wacky situations. Is there's some enhancers for sale, +7 magic power. So if we know that one of our characters is going to be a magic-based build, that is a great pickup there for Darkness, as all of his characters can use it. Yeah, so if you don't have Super Balls or rods with a go-go start, I would try and mimic things like Magitech beams or stuff that you throw, or maybe a sword tech or a blitz.
Yeah. Or if you have shock, mimic shock.
Oh yes, definitely mimic shock. All right, so Darkness is heading into the world of Balance South Figaro, so he will see that Valiant Knife there for Locke. So where else can we go with the characters that we have here, Sigil?
We have the Welk Check, which is in Nosh in the mines. We also have the Mobes in the World of Ruin, where you find Terra in the vanilla game, which is a peekaboo by talking to the little girl in the first house in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
We also have everyone's favorite Lead River.
No.
No, I know.
Yeah, I did mention, like, hey, we don't really have any checks with grind fights in front of them. I must have blocked Lead River out of my mind there.
I normally do also. That and Goku, that and Strago doesn't exist for me.
Well, if we get Strago, we could talk about his checks later. So yes, Terra has Lead River. We're missing one of them, right? We did 4
Zozo.
Oh, Zozo, that's right.
Zozo. Which is a pretty long check.
Yeah, I would say it's like medium length. Yeah.
Yeah, since you get a lot of screen transitions, and the first part of it, you have to walk in a line.
Yeah, everybody hates those guys in the line.
Yes. And for Shadow, as we saw, we have Gal's House, which is a free check. Mm-hmm. In the World of Ruin, we have Cave on the Veldt, which is peekable, which in the vanilla game, you'll find a realm or a shadow laying there. And we also have his Floating Continent, which was the last part of the first half of the vanilla game, which is a long check, but it has 2 guarantees, one at the beginning and one at the end of it, which could be a character or Esper. And the middle one, it could either be an Esper or item. It also has 4 bosses and 3 regular fights. 5 regular fights overall.
All right, so we did get a question in the chat about the ribbon. So the ribbon protects from status ailments. So think of stuff like poison, like mute, things like that. Calmness protection is a term that we use in the community because there is a attack that one of the parts of the final boss does. It's an instant death physical attack. So since it's a physical attack, a memento ring or a safety bit also doesn't count as calmness protection because those 2 relics protect you from magic-based death attacks and not physical-based death attacks. One of the things you can use is that Fenrir Esper that we saw Darkness had. I don't know. He picked it up from one of the many different free checks that he's gotten. So that will give your whole party the image status, and image makes all physical attacks always miss. Image does have a chance of getting cleared when a physical attack happens, but it will always miss the first time. There's other things like Golem that will block incoming physical damage. There's Phantom that makes physical attacks always miss, but magical attacks always hit. So that's a bit of a risky one to use if you know the battle script for that. We'll get into that detail a little later. So.
And same with Vanish. The Vanish spell.
Yeah, Vanish spell will do it. There are some pieces of gear that will help as well. There's a thing called the Mirage Vest that gives you the image status, right? So it's basically like Fenrir, but on a single person kind of thing. There are some weird, like, edges, the Invis Edge and the Shadow Edge, that will do that sort of as well. But again, that's only for your throw user. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. The other way, the other more popular way, is using the Life 3 spell, which I think we already saw as well. Darkness had it on one of the Espers. It had Life 3 and Fire 2, I believe. So that's the usual way I find my Comless protection. If I'm not using Golem or Fenrir, it's with Life 3. Alright, so Darkness finding some dinosaurs here in the cave, and those are really good for XP gain, especially with the Magitech beams, because those dinosaurs are weak to ice. So good heads-up play there from Darkness to use the ice beam there. Tritaka's Doom, which is another spell that we'll want to use for our final fight. There it is, Fire 2, Life 3, Strength +1, and Break on Fenrir. So that's a pretty good Esper. All right, so Malkier is also loading up on... did he just... Yep, he did.
Yes.
I was like, wait a minute. I don't think he went here yet. So, but we know what his plan is. It's going to be do this and then go grab that dragon, right? Unless he accidentally just kept walking forward. And Darkness did what you had suggested, Sigil, and did some grinding outside of the South Figaro Cave, which is one of Locke's checks. All right, so Darkness is off of level 3. I don't think he picked up Super Balls. So this is where you're seeing the difference between, you know, someone who has Super Balls and someone who doesn't necessarily have Super Balls. So first boss of the seed, Ultros 2. Pretty easy one here. Like to see this one.
Yes. I believe weak to fire and lightning.
Yep. This is one of the more annoying Ultras's to fight, though, because if he like dives underneath the surface, if you will, he actually comes up with a brand new HP pool. There are 4 different pools of HP for that Ultros, so if you can't kill him quickly, then it's going to be a problem. Valiant Knife as the reward there. So in case you didn't buy one, and I believe both of our runners did buy one.
Yeah, both. I believe they did. No.
Or maybe not. So Darkness's patience getting paid off there, and not having to drop 50 Gs on a Valiant Knife. And here's Malkier diving into a dragon, so we'll see which one this is.
Ooh.
This one's fine.
Yeah. Every time I do it, it just likes AoEing me with Wind Slash.
Yeah. 58, 100 damage there, and still didn't get the kill. That is definitely a result of that scaling that we had talked about there, Sigil. But there you go. So that's the power of the Super Ball. And did you see what I see on Darkness's side? Oh, no.
Oh.
Whoa. Woof. Well, who ordered hot wings? It's spicy chicken here for Darkness.
But with Meteor and Magitech.
Yeah, this is... I don't know about this one. This would be fun. This would be really good for those Super Balls. We have one Ice Rod and one Pearl Rod. Yeah, I don't know about this, Chief. We did get another Atma weapon from that dragon as well. So we've got Atma weapons and Valiant Knives falling out of the sky in this seed. So the Atma weapon will do good for Terra, but that won't come online for a while, though.
Right. Right around level 32. Because we have the stronger Atma flag on.
Alright, let's see. Does this command actually work now? No, of course it doesn't. Let me fix that.
Ooh.
Ugh, here's another gross boss.
Yes.
I don't think we're gonna die to this one. I just think this boss just takes forever.
Yes.
There we go. Go give the runners a follow if you're enjoying what you're watching here. And hopefully Darkness, we'll see if he decides to square up against El Pollo Fuego here. So the Tritalk spot is what Malkier is doing now. This is what is considered not character gated. It's one of the very few checks in the game that doesn't have a character requirement in order to do it. However, it can only reward an Esper or an item. And unfortunately, we already know where Yeti is, and Yeti's check is behind Tritalk. So it's going to be a bit unfortunate here for Malkier, because he could definitely go get that Umaro. It doesn't look like there's a character there, though.
Yeah, it's not a character, so that's good if you... Because that way at least know it's a 50-50.
Yeah. Often I find that I'm chasing Espers at the end of the seed instead of characters, but part of that is how I route seeds too, right? So, and here comes more nonsense from Poltergeist with the stop. Alright, so Malkier now has some levels underneath his belt. Let's see where they decide to go next. And it looks like they are going back for some more stuff here. Did we find rods in the shop too?
Maybe more Super Balls?
Yeah. So the thing about Super Balls is that they are really great early on because they do a random amount of damage between 256 and 8192.
Oh, sleeping bags.
Yeah, that makes sense. However, by the time you're level, I don't know, like 15 or so, you're usually doing more damage than the Super Balls can put out consistently, right? There's obviously like a fudge factor there. If you get a really high Super Ball roll, you're not going to be able to replicate it, even at level like 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you're doing more damage with your party than what a Super Ball can deliver. That's why I usually tell people, stop using the Super Ball when you're around, 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Darkness is gearing up for a floating continent run. I think this is a pretty good play for right now. He can't beat that Poltergeist, and really, he's run out of the really fast checks, right? He's got, oh god, in Tangier, no thanks. Yeah, no, don't want any of that. So, yeah, I guess Zozo Tower would be the only other medium-sized check he has access to, right? But Velt Cave is not as long as Zozo Tower, but you can peek it. And then we have Phoenix Cave, which is pretty long, and then we have Leet River, which is also pretty long. And then Mobliz, you would have to do with just one character, right?
Yes.
Funbaba huffs and puffs and blows two of your characters away.
Yes.
So I like this play from Darkness, going, you know what? I lost a couple of minutes there on, banging my head against Poltergeist twice. Let's go Floating Continent and get myself some more levels here. That being said, the floating continent is definitely the longest check in the game, and I myself have gone way too heavy on the, hey, let's just go to the floating continent. All right, well, Darkness is trying funny things. This is not going to work, unfortunately, for him. One of the things we did fix was the Vanished Doom bug. So there's several other glitches that we did fix. The Vanished Doom bug is one of them. The Sketch glitch, most notably, is another one of those. The Psycho Cyan retort glitch we've also fixed. So, yeah, in Tangier is almost impossible to kill unless you have Ultima or Meteor.
Yeah. And we have Malkia now trying his hand at Poltergeist.
Ooh, this is a much better boss here for Darkness. Because you mentioned the undead property of bosses is retained from Vanilla, and this is one of those three. So, everybody see you later to hide in the Hide Nights. Yeah, the sketch glitch is fun when it gives you a lot of cool items. It's not so fun when it crashes the game on you. Alright, so let's see how Makier deals with this. Does he have any leftover Super Balls?
I don't think so.
His levels are much higher, though.
Yes.
Oh, and he has Stop, too. Perfect. So Poltergeist is actually weak to poison, not ice, but susceptible to being stopped. Which means this fight is now easy.
Yes. And then
on the other side of the screen, we got our dabbing Yeti.
Yes. Darkness was just mad that the Yeti was hiding.
Well, we found Yeti the boss and Yeti the character, so.
Yes.
Alright, Shiny Stone there for Darkness, that's Torado. So as you mentioned, Sigil, that is guaranteed to be a character or an Esper. And Fire 3, a Tre Fuego Esper is always nice to see. Alright, so Poltergeist has been unstopped, and oof, Terra paid for it. And unfortunately, she is not going to get the XP from that fight.
Yeah, no.
She did. She gone. Alright, so the Monster in a Box chests have also been shuffled amongst themselves. So what Darkness is looking for with this Monster in a Box is to get an offering for that Valiant Knife, because the Valiant Knife will definitely benefit from that relic. Makier grabbing his Yeti, and Genji Glove. Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Now we can put that other Valiant Knife we got in South Figaro Cave to good use here, huh?
Yep. He's just missing an offering now.
All right, so if you're Malkier, where do you go? Do you go do the Yeti check, or do you go somewhere else and try and find another character?
Either I go Floating Continent, or go Mobres.
Yeah, because now you have at least a party of 4, right? So you'll have
Yes.
two characters fighting your.
And I would actually, in Mobes, kill off Terra.
So keep her dead.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is why would you keep Terra dead in that Mobilis fight?
Because if the character's dead before Fumbaba does his breath, he'll blow away the dead characters first.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes sense. Although I'd want the Yeti to be dead, but that's okay.
Yes.
Because in that sort of fight, right, you're kind of want control of your team.
Yes. And I probably would keep Shadow and Lock alive.
All right, so let's see what is the middle boss here. Oh, and it's another one we could use a Phoenix down on. All right, so the floating continent is the play in this seed. Sometimes it's not, and oftentimes it's not. But in this seed, it was. So one of the fun things about this Tangier fight is it will never act until you cast a spell on it. So you could always just run away, and you don't actually need to use a smoke bomb or a warp stone to get out of there. Did you see something?
Golem.
Oh, Golem. Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
saw it was the Magicite. I didn't see which one it is. All right, so we have both Fenrir and Golem. So we can now use Fenrir on one of the tiers and Golem on the other tier, or...
Multi-summons on.
Oh, so yeah. So one of the cool things about Worlds Collide is we can turn on the ability to summon an Esper more than once per battle, and that setting is on in this particular set of options. Usually it's not.
It just gives now our runners 2 characters that have calmness protection, just in case one goes down in the final fight.
Yeah.
Because you never know what happens.
Boy, Shadow. The good thing about having someone... we have Cure 3 too. I was going to say, the good thing about having Magitech is you get basically a Cure 3 for free with the Heal Force beam.
I thought it was more like a Cure 2.
Let me go look that up. I thought it was more stronger than that. Let's see. Okay, it is like in between. Cure 3 is 66 battle power. Cure 2 is 28 battle power, and Heal Force is 50. So it's closer to Cure 3 than Cure 2. But either way, it's very good. And you know what's not very good? These Doom Dragons here.
And as we saw on Malkia's side, he had his Terra attack Locke to lower down Locke's HP for the Valiant Knights to do more damage.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Because you get a full heal after between the first and second boss.
So that's another Esper there from Malkier. Bringing them up to 5. So that was the second of 2 fights here for Darkness on the back half of this floating continent. And we'll see what this last boss and last character is. And hey! What's going on here?
I know.
Now's a good time to use that Odin summon.
Yes.
So the annoying thing about Narapa is they have Reflect. So you can't actually directly attack them with magic spells. They also absorb a lot of different elements, and I guess lightning isn't one of them. I'm always too afraid to cast spells or use elemental stuff on them, because I know they absorb a lot of different ones. Okay, so we see a Merchant Sprite. That means that this is yet another Esper. So our character is at another check. So chat, we now know that our next character has to be at one of the spots we haven't looked at yet. And the spots we haven't looked at yet are kind of ugly. They are Leet River, Mobliz, Phoenix Cave, and Velt Cave. Right? I think we've seen everything else.
Correct. No, Kefgat Nosh.
Oh, God. Okay. So those are the 5 different spots that they are. They're at Phoenix Cave, Leet River, Velt Cave, Kefgat Norsh. Or, oh no, I'm sorry, there's 6 of them, right? There's Zozo and Mobliz. So we still have a lot of different places that they can be. But that's a kind of a gross list, though.
Yes.
Alright, we'll see what Darkness decides to do. I think I would do Zozo Tower? I don't know, or would you start peeking? It looks like Darkness is going to start peeking some checks.
Yes.
If you are interested in playing, ff6worldscollide.com is the website where there is a link to our Discord if you want to join the community and talk all about this game. Or there is just a place where you could customize and set up your own seeds. We do have presets available for you in case the decision-making process is overwhelming. This is the Moogle Cup setting, in case you want to go to the website and run one of those seeds. And yeah, that's that public service announcement. So the thing with the Yeti check is we know that it is not a character since we were able to peek it when we did the Welk spot. And with the logic of how a Worlds Collide seed works is you must be able to find all of the characters in a Worlds Collide seed, and thus you're able to do every check in the game, right? So we must be able to find another character, and it must be within the areas of the game that we have access to now. All right, there's Esper number 8 for Darkness laying on the ground here. So we'll see what this boss is. How much of an advantage, Sigil, do you think it is having a 4th character on your team at this point?
It depends on how much damage your team's doing, I feel. Because if you're pretty much just one-shotting anyway, the 4th character's really not doing that much.
True. Yeah, so we definitely have a plan for Terra, at least with the Atma weapon, and maybe it's just she just does spells. Same thing with Shadow. We've got Fire 3, right? So we've got a pretty decent spell in our pocket here. If Umaro could use the Atma weapon, that would be nice. Oh, not 25. 8. 8 Espers. Yeah, unfortunately that check does not count for 17 Espers. Sorry, guys. Alright, Narapa is the boss at the end of the floating continent here, and then Malkir is going to have to make a decision as to where to go here.
As Malkir just found out, Narapa absorbs fire.
Yeah, gets me every time.
How do you feel about picking up shurikens when you don't have a thrower?
If I could find shurikens, they only cost about $1,000, not even, for a stack of 30 of them. And if you're throwing more than 30 shurikens, something has gone very wrong in your seed. So I think always get them anyway, because then your throw character is instantaneously like online, as they say, right? So. All right, so let's see. Darkness is going to do a mobilist peek here. Meanwhile, Malkir heading to the Velt Cave, and all right, he says his tracker says 8 Espers, so I'm inclined to believe him. So we'll give it an 8. The Darkness. Oh no, he didn't even. He peeked the character instead of talking to the girl.
Yeah.
So not a character there at Mobilis, so that's one of our 6 destinations.
Oh yeah, remember, Malkia did the Poltergeist fight. Oh yeah, that was Yeti.
Yes, that's correct.
It's probably Tritok then.
Maybe, yes. Because our runners have basically done mostly the same stuff at the moment. Alright, so here's one of Terra's other checks, Zozo Tower. So it's down to Zozo Tower, Elite River, Phoenix Cave, or the Narsh Battle. That's where our character has to be.
I would peek Narsh before I do Phoenix Cave or Elite River.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Or, Darkness knows where Yeti is, right? So maybe he might just go there anyway.
Yes.
Although Darkness also knows that Yeti is a dead end, so maybe that's why he's not bothering to go there yet, right? Lots of decision points to make on where to go here. Alright, so I'm going to guess that we have Edgar here at Zozo Tower. Who do you think our next character is, and where do you think they are, Sigil? In chat, you can play along as well, too.
I'm going with like a Sabin and Phoenix Cave and a Go-Go
Oh
and
boy.
So. Ooh.
This is not a fun fight here for Darkness.
No.
You want to describe why we're shrugging here?
Okay, so Magimaster is a fast boss who does a lot of tier 3 spells and AoEs. And every time you attack it does a wall change, which changes its weakness. Oh,
triple kill. Yeah, that's not a fun boss fight there.
no.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, and it also has high evasion and physical defense. So weapons like the Atma weapon and Valiant knife and fixed dice are great for it, as long as you have an offering or a sniper sight. Unless it's fixed dice, which automatically hits the enemy. Which is also why I like to have boots on hand to change my fight command to jump, so you automatically bypass the evasion.
Yeah, so the evade bug is another one of those glitches that we did fix. So the evade stat and the dark status now actually matters in Worlds Collide. Darkness looked like they were going to Phoenix Cave, but unfortunately got out of the sky by a flame eater with some bomblets. So normally the Setzer character gives you access to the Doom Gaze in the sky check, because he's the one with the airship anyway, right? But you can run into the Doom Gaze spot normally just by accident here, and that's what Darkness did. And that Bahamut Esper is one that I don't think we're likely to get unless we end up finding Setzer.
Right. And we find out it's Stray at Mobliz.
All right, so there is an Esper at Mobliz. Malkir is going to file that away. I think that's a good thing to leave for now, because there is a possibility that we could skip out on half of Kefka's Tower if we get to 12 Espers. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so double Phoenix Cave here for both of our runners. We're digging deep to find this next character. Could you imagine if our characters are behind Poltergeist and behind Magimaster? That's rough, man.
Yeah.
And chat, you can thank me because I was the one that rolled this seed. You're welcome.
They requested I didn't roll it.
So Cheese Lord saying that the Moogle Cup flags needs both 12 and 9. Let me double check that. I believe that was the case in previous iterations, but not in this one.
Cheese Lord, it's one of 9 characters, 12 Espers, or 22 checks for Tower Skip.
Okay. Yeah, because it used to be that you needed 2.
Yes.
But that was up to the latest Moogle flag settings have been updated to...
I think that was Moogle Cup 1.
Okay.
Because in Moogle Cup 2, it changed.
And we're on 4 now? Wow.
Yes.
How time flies.
I know.
The fun thing about the Moogle Cup is that signups are always open. So if you're interested in participating and getting some interaction with a mentor, such as myself or Sigil, while you're doing and participating in some friendly competition, you can head on over to the Discord and sign up at any time for the Moogle Cup. We also have various Google forms that you could fill out if you want just like a live mentor session or a video review, and if you just want to do it once and don't want to go through an entire event. So there's plenty of options to, get you in touch with someone in the know if you're a newer player.
But if you don't want to get in touch with, say, a mentor, there's plenty of people who will fight over helping you.
That is for sure.
Yes.
All right, so Darkness is almost at the point where the dragon is. Are we taking the dragon here, or are we just going to get the reward?
I believe Malkiir's taking the dragon because he set up his Yeti on the save point.
Okay. Much to the dismay of some of the members of the community that thankfully are not here in the commentary booth tonight.
Yeah.
And there it is, Darkness waving goodbye to that dragon there. Oh! Mogul in the cave. Alright, so what can we do now that we have Mog?
We have the lone wolf check, which starts off in the North Shed, and you have to run all the way up to North Cliffs, where you have a choice of, after you wait a little bit, of saving the character item or Esper. You don't know if it's a character item or Esper until you choose it, or whatever the lone wolf has.
Yeah, so it's another, choose one of two type of situation.
But the choice you didn't choose will be in the World of Ruin Mog spot.
Okay. So it's not that, it's kind of a walk to get there, but hey, if you're doing the Yeti check, it's not terrible. As we do see Darkness does activate Lone Wolf. I have forgotten to do that on more than one occasion.
So have I.
Props to him.
It feels bad when you walk all the way up there and just wondering, why is it triggering?
So it drops you off right by the Kefka at Norsh spot, so we'll get to see what Kefka at Norsh was after all. And there's a Ragnarok there from Alkir, so that is a nice weapon for him to pick up from that dragon as well.
Yes.
What else? Oh, there's one more thing we can do with
Moogle defense.
Okay.
The Moogle defense. Where in the vanilla game, that's where Locke was first introduced. Because Tara fell down the hole being chased by the Nosh guards and became unconscious.
Alright, so it looks like Mog is going to be turned into another magic user, which makes sense. Mog usually has a pretty decent magic stat, one of the higher ones in the game here, and we have a bunch of good spells already, so it makes sense. Oh, he has lore. Interesting, so...
Yes. Mog also makes for a great jumper, because the natural use of spears.
Alright, so that Unicorn Esper, I don't know where we picked that up, but it has mute on it. So I think we've got the full package here for Kefka, right? We've got Doom, we've got Mute, and we've got Fenrir and Golem.
And it looks like we have Malkia also going to Nosh to follow Mog.
Yeah, this makes sense. Your choices are follow Mog or do Leet River. And Mog has Grand Train, so that's what he'll do for the rest of the game. So this is round 3 with Spicy Chicken. Let's see if Darkness will cluck back at at this one finally. Oh boy.
Oof.
Yeah, Poltergeist is a statue boss, and even though it is scaled down to what Darkness's progression is, it's still a very difficult boss. He will basically counter almost every attack with something fire-based, and then on his actual turn, he will do another really, really damaging spell. So, oh boy.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
You gotta hope this Pearl Rod kills.
Yeah, if not, we're heading back to the drawing board again. There we go. So yeah, unfortunately, only Terra is going to get access to that juicy XP. But Darkness, I think, made the right call there.
Yes.
Of not trying to get his party up. Just get through this fight. You don't want a boss to kill you a third time.
No.
Alright, that's a Ghost Sprite at Kefka at Narsh, so we were not going to get a character here. And it's Atma Weapon level time for Terra there. And okay, Shadow can use the Ragnarok. We swinging all the swords today, baby. Let's go.
Yes.
That's a pretty good party.
Yes.
I mean, you put Mog in with Grand Train, but that's even still. It's fine. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
This is where I'll be yelling at, telling my Moogle, why are you in the menu?
Yeah, so one of the things I like to tell my mentees is that you kind of have your builds, right?
Yes.
And you have what your character is supposed to be doing. And yes, we do want somebody to learn. Somebody should learn mute, right? So put unicorn on somebody. But your magic casters, your offensive magic builds, those are the ones that should get, the most attention in terms of spells, because we want a variety of of offensive magic spells to exploit boss weaknesses. But the other characters in your party, the Lock and the Terror with the Atma weapon, they don't need to learn any spells, right? You could just leave their espers alone.
I think this was like Atma weapon or Atma weapon.
No, Malkier pulled an esper out of there.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's at 10 espers.
Okay.
And neither one of their runners are doing the Kefket Narsh. This is interesting because, yeah, it does take a little bit, this check. You do need to split up your party. There's a little cutscene, and then you have to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge out of the way of all of the wolves or the soldiers that are coming at you. And then you get teleported back to Arvis's house where you can trigger the Moogle thing, right? Or you could just skip all that and just walk down. I think it's like 25 or 30 seconds to walk out of there. So now our character either has to be at Leet River or Moogle Defense, right? That's it.
Yeah.
So, it's obvious here. We save, then we go peek Moogle Defense, and then we grunt and go to the Leet River.
But...
Oh no, I'm sorry. We didn't get past Zozo Tower yet. We still have Magimask that we can go kill. And it doesn't matter, because there is a murder child on the loose. Did you get that, Sigil? That was an Amber Alert on my phone.
I know.
There it is. We found Realm. We found the little girl. Alright, so this will be go mode for both Malkier and Darkness. Now, we do have a check skip. Let's see. Darkness is at 14 checks at the moment, and Malkier has got to be near the same. He might have a couple of extra checks because of those 2 extra dragons, but I don't think either one of them are close to skip at this point. So, the question is, we know that Seraphim is at Mobliz. Do we go bother peeking, the realm check to see if Esper Mountain might be an Esper? What do you do here?
Generally, what my previous mentor taught me, physics.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to spend 3 minutes, 3.5, to 5, just chasing a skip, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because
I guess it also depends on what level you are too, right? If you're feeling under-leveled, then sure, go chase more checks to get more levels.
But also then you could just double run the tower,
sync.
depending.
The 52-minute and 45-second sync. Let's go. This is a dangerous fight here. Oh my goodness.
Good.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I thought we were going to get a zombied Grand Train there for a second. We do not want to ride on that choo-choo. Alright, Malkier is through that fight first. And they will be in go mode here.
Oh.
And oh my gosh. Tara, what are you doing? Alright, like I said, this is a dangerous fight.
And Malky, I don't think, has any more warp stones.
Oh no, yeah, he used too many of them against Intangier. Or is he saying high five to the Moogles? So you can warp out of the Moogle defense check, you just can't be in that boss room. You have to walk north to the Moogle room, and then you can warp. Oh man. Oh boy. Locke holding on for dear life there. Alright. Darkness gets through. And that's character number 6 for them.
That terror almost gave me a heart attack.
Let's see. So he's at level 36 and 34. So his levels are a little on the lower side. I think... Oh, so are Malkiers. Malkiers are... they're a little higher. Yeah, so what do you do here? Do we go chase 2 more Espers, or do we just go fight a dragon and hop into the tower? Or do we take our party into the right lane and kill the Inferno spot, and then the dragon, and then come back in the tower? There's so many choices, Sigil. I don't know where to start here.
I think you just be bold.
Just do it?
You just do it. You already know Poltergeist. On Malkia's side, you already know Poltergeist is not going to be there. And also Guardian.
Yeah. Well, the good news is we know that Magimaster is definitely not in Kefka's tower.
Right. But Malkia doesn't know that.
That's correct, yes. Alright, so Darkness, not feeling their levels, is going to head and fight this dragon here. Malki are going into Kefka's tower as of normal. So these are both pretty expected here. So yeah, our character was at Phoenix Cave after all. I don't think anybody in the chat guessed Phoenix Cave. I see Leet River, I see Kefka at Narsh, but no Phoenix Cave. Or did you say Phoenix Cave? I'm sorry.
I said Saban at Phoenix Cave.
Okay, you at least got the location right. So we'll give you half a point. Half an imaginary internet point. So I do think that the Grand Train is going to be better than Yeti here, in terms of damage output for our final party, at least.
I don't know about that, because it split damage at the end.
Yeah, but we also have Fire 3 too, right? Like, but, I don't know. Yeah, you might be right. It might be closer than I think it is. And oh no. Oh no. F's for Yeti in the chat. Here's one of those bosses you never like to see ever.
No.
Probably the most annoying boss in the whole game. Very high physical defense, very high magical defense, weak to fire and pearl, and we'll just decide to say, nope, you are sitting down. And now we've got a Yeti versus Doomgaze for the rest of the
I probably would just reset. If you didn't save over your safe spot, go back to that safe outside the tower and just bring your full party.
Yep, and there it is. Doomgaze is the nope machine.
But you know what would be great for this fight? The memento ring that Realm comes with if Terra could equip it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was Mog there. That Moogle suit, though. Alright, so we're going to get off of level 5 here. Because Doomgaze will open the fight with a level 5 Doom attack, so if your level is a multiple of 5, you'll automatically die on the first turn. And starting the fight on the back foot is never fun for that particular fight. But I just think this party composition is unfortunate, because if Terra, it has the ire of Doomgaze, then what you're basically stuck. Let's see. Where did Darkness put his Yeti? Okay, in party 2. So his party number 3 has got Mog, it looks like, with Grand Train, which will be great. And then that Valiant Knife user, which will be good as well to cut down that immense physical defense that Doomgaze has.
which the Yeti can equip the memento ring.
Oh, nice. Okay. So at least Umaro is not going to die to all this stuff. Unfortunately, Terra doesn't look like they learned Fire 3, but that's alright. We've got the Atma weapon, which is another defense-ignoring thing that we've got. Problem with the Atma weapon is you do less damage the more HP you're missing.
Yeah.
So it totally makes sense here to top up. And now we just gotta hope that Doomgaze loves himself a Sasquatch. Of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Guardian spot is definitely the worst spot for Doomgaze, but this one's pretty bad too. Alright, let's see Darkness's levels. Is he gonna know? So he's 36 and 36, so he will survive the opening level 5 onslaught. So the thing about Malkier is I shouldn't say anything, but I'm going to. He's not going to lose this fight between the Memento Ring and then the Snow Muffler, which absorbs the ice magic that Doomgaze uses.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to lose this fight. It's just going to take forever.
Yes.
Because although Doomgaze looks like a pile of bones, he's got a ton of HP. Okay. That took a lot shorter than I thought it was. So Terra got enough chops in to make that not a bad thing. And we got our first Kefka Tower boss of the seed down. And Darkness going up against another one here. This fight should be a little bit quicker for him, depending upon how rude Doomgaze wants to be. Doomgaze likes his house music. Out comes the Darude, the sandstorm. Yeah, look at that damage from Locke. Putting that Genji glove and Valiant Knives to good use there. Too bad we could not find an offering.
There's always the validation chest.
That is true. That is a 1 in 255 chance, and the odds are probably way lower than that because of how chess randomization in Worlds Collide works. Malkier here giving some time back to Darkness by forgetting the Moogle Charm. Yes, I think Darkness might have actually nabbed the lead here between...
Yeah. Malkier lost a lot of time with the Doomgaze fight.
Yeah. I think he was still ahead, although I don't... Maybe he didn't move his party from the starting spot, so maybe he wasn't.
Yeah, no. He wasn't ahead at that point because Darkness did middle lane first.
So let's switch our audio here.
But there's still plenty of Kefka's Tower left.
Yeah. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, we do have a SpeedGaming slot every Wednesday around this time. So make sure to hit that follow button for SpeedGaming to get notified when we go live here. We also do our own streams on our own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FF6 Worlds Collide, and we have a YouTube channel where we post our races as well as some fun like tips videos, and every once in a while we throw some goofy stuff on there. So make sure to give our YouTube a subscribe if you're into this sort of thing at all. And Darkness here is the first on the middle 3 switches. So if we got Kefka Tower skip, that is where we would land on those 3 switches there. We got 4 more bosses, and the first one is one that sounds scary based on the music, but I think we'll be okay here.
Yeah. It's not that scary. It's the Floating Continent Atma.
Yeah. In general, the World of Balance bosses are pretty easy.
Yes.
All right. That is one of the most important boss fights of the whole seed, because if you die to that boss, it's been a while since you've saved, and you got to do all that walking all over again.
But at least in Darkness's case, you only have to do half the walking.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what else Kefka's Tower holds for our runners there. Passing by the meme chest. And we got a pushover. Nice little one-shot. See you later, Tunnel Armor. Alright, chat. We have 2 more bosses in Kefka's Tower. Who do you think is going to be waiting for our runners? Remember, it can't be Magimaster or Poltergeist or Doomgaze.
I'm hoping Doom and Goddess.
You're nasty.
I know. Someone has to be.
I'm going Tentacles just because I want to slow down our runners a little bit.
Oh, that's also nasty in its own way.
Yeah, it's frustratingly awful instead of awfully awful. All right, Darkness given some time back here by being in the menu, switching off some relics and stuff. But now we're ready to go. Here we go. Yeah, I guess if you say Ultros, you got a pretty good chance.
Which Ultros?
All right, well, this is Niles and Frazier, our crane friends here. Right crane absorbs fire, left crane absorbs lightning. All right, so second phase of cranes, the tech barrier gets put on, and that basically means that we now have reflect and increased physical defense. But I don't think that matters with the bolt beam, which is the weakness of this tentacle. So we're good to go. And there it is. Nicely done. Good heads up play there from Darkness to use the bolt beam instead of the spell. And let's see what the last boss for them is we're getting a little high five here at the left statue.
I think he accidentally did bolt beam on the left.
That's all right. As long as you didn't damage the left one first. And, oh, no!
I was
Sigil,
50%
why?
right.
Sigil, why? Oh my goddess. High magic defense. Will counter physical attacks, potentially, with Love Token. And that means that Goddess will eat physical damage with your character for her.
But Darkness has Bahamut.
Yeah, this is a great solution here. Nice heads-up play from Darkness. Being able to call on the Bahamut Esper, which ignores magical defense, which means this goddess is toast.
Yes.
Very nicely done. Really great execution here from Darkness down the stretch in Kefka's Tower.
Yeah.
Alright, so all that's left is the final boss. So chat, it's time to play a little guessing game. How long do we think it will take Darkness to finish Kefka?
I'm going with 8 minutes, 25 seconds. And I'm potentially sorry for Malkia for wishing Goddess into existence.
Yeah, so we've got Mute, we've got Doom, and we've got Calmness Protection. So I'm gonna go with 8 41. 841.
Yeah. And lock that love token right away.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, so the only way to get out of Love Token is to die.
Yes.
So we could have Realm kill Lock, but I don't even think that Realm could even kill Lock.
Well,
even if they tried.
But Lock can kill Lock.
Yeah. Willard J. Bradley, thank you so much for the raid, and yes, you are just in time for the final Kefka fight here for one of our two runners, and we've got Oh My Goddess on the other side. Is that a vanilla goddess too? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Gross. Vanilla Narappa, okay. Vanilla goddess, no thank you. Alright, well, Malkier is going to have to dust himself off and try that goddess fight again.
How many times would you try to Doom Long Arm?
Yikes. As long as Head is still alive, then I'm still going to try and Doom Long Arm. If Head dies, then I don't know. then maybe we stop. So Long Arm is susceptible to Break as well as instant death. I don't think Break is got a higher hit rate than Doom. I could go look that up now. If I can spell correctly. There we go. We finally got it.
You're gonna have to kill Lock.
Yeah. So Break's hit rate is 120 and Doom's is 95. So actually Break is probably better than Doom on this first tier. Alright, let's get Lock back up. Oh, life 3. That is a good idea.
And I just noticed Malkia only has 2 Phoenix Downs.
Oh no. But he has life 3 though, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. That's so okay, so this is gonna take some extra time because he's gonna be busy casting life 3 on his characters. And Locke now is at significantly less HP, so his attacks are doing way more. However, there is always that worry in the back of my mind. When is this sort of Damocles going to come down on me and kill my character? And there goes Realm. Alright, so Goddess taking about 10,000 damage there. Can lock it off another turn. No. Ooh, this is rough. What do we do here? Because we don't have a Thunder Shield, right?
No.
I don't think we found one of those. All right, so for tier 2, outcomes mute,
Uh,
outcome instant death, and it works the first time every time.
Yes.
Tiger's weak to ice, but outside of the Magitech beam, I don't think we have any ice.
Nah. And
However,
Tiger
Lock
also,
is doing a ton of damage,
and
though. Sorry, go ahead.
Tiger also has the second most HP in this tier. With 30,000.
Yeah, Magic has 40,000.
Hit has about 28, I believe.
Yeah, and hidden tools don't have a lot. It's under 30 for sure.
Yes.
All right, so Malkier actually found out that Realm can use the Atma weapon.
Right.
Oh God.
Right.
Here comes more killing of Locke.
Yes.
Drinks Glue also with a raid. Thank you so much, Drinks Glue. Welcome in. All right, and Malkier is down to just one Phoenix down now. Runner's running a little low on consumables. And that always makes these fights scary. Is this... Oh, no.
No, yeah. Oh, no.
There it is. The last one. You got to do it. Yeah, so Goddess will do a non-elemental attack about halfway through her battle script. So Overcast is coming up very shortly, but I don't... Yeah.
One thing I'm surprised is that Malkia didn't check Calcium with how early he had the Yeti. To see if, like, an offering was there.
Yeah, I guess.
Since
I don't know.
Since in these flag sets, you can see all the rewards in the Coliseum.
Yeah. So with Worlds Collide, how the Coliseum works, as Sigil basically pointed out, is the items that you receive as rewards are randomized, right? Compared with the items that you bet. What is Malkier doing here? Oh, does he not have a Warp Stone either? Oh my goodness. This is a real walk of shame here.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have a Warp Stone. Ick. Yeah, I tend to forget about the Coliseum because I normally never have a Coliseum ready build because the AI takes over control of your character in the Coliseum, which is really annoying.
But since Malkia had Yeti pretty early, Yeti only thing could do is fight. It's the perfect Coliseum person.
That's right. Yeti just knows how to do one thing and one thing only, and that's Yeti Smash.
Yes. And if you don't have a Yeti, you always can use a character that doesn't have magic.
Yeah.
Or dance. Do not use dance in the Coliseum.
Oh! Merton coming out and saying hi to everybody there for Darkness. Alright, so this is tier 3. This is where the rubber's hitting the road now. Where basically... we want to kill Girl first. And then we have to get Sleep into a state where we know that he will be ready to attack with Calmness, and we have to put our Calmness protection up. So here's Fenrir. As we mentioned, one piece of Calmness protection.
Yes.
I'm going to try and get a reading. I didn't make note of when Darkness started, so I'm going to do that now. There's the Calmness.
Yes. Didn't even need like Calmness protection.
No. Yeah,
That'll
sometimes
cost
you
you
get the
like a
block.
horse.
Sometimes you just get the block, baby. Yeah, so Malkier without warp stones, taking the walk of shame out of Kefka's tower. The good news is they could put their entire party against Goddess. The bad news is he's going to have something very, very wrong happen with Darkness in order to win this one here.
Yes. I think it's going to be like at least 2 wipes on Final Kefka.
Yeah, it's going to be... Well, I don't know. Darkness has been in this Kefka fight for a while. I unfortunately, he doesn't have his timer. He never started, so it's hard for me to know exactly when he started, right? So
yeah.
So I'm sorry, chat. I know we had said enter your guesses in, but I goofed it.
Yeah.
All right, so here's Fallen 1, which will help out Locke. Out comes Hyperdrive, so Kefka's under 30,000 HP now. So we have to be careful because Kefka is in counterattack phase. He can counterattack with Hyperdrive or Havoc Wing, and then here comes the Goner phase. He's not going to counterattack, but only Terra is going to be able to survive this Goner. Unless he put Life 3 on his party, which I don't know if he put it on everybody or not. Alright, so Terra using X-Magic Fire 3. And is that going to do it? Time is on the first flash. So that is it.
Yes. Darkness wins with a time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 2 seconds.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Darkness. Really nicely done. Do we have to send Saberwolf an interview thing? I will drag Darkness in. Darkness! Yeah. GG's, congratulations on your win in this race.
Yeah, that was a stressful seed in a very different way from the other 2 I've done, but that was, a bit sloppy to start, but I picked it up towards the end.
Yeah, GG's.
Thanks.
What was your thought process at the beginning?
Well, it's Locke and Terra start, so, I mean, normally I, go to, I start in Albrook World of Ruin, but because I had those 2, it's just, start with, get Curse Shield, which happened to be, I think, 14, so that was useless, and do Locke's weapon shop, and then do Terra's stuff, and then I figured, because we had 3 checks at that point, because I also went to, Gao's dad's house, and then, so I decided to peek World of Balance instead of World of Ruin, which is what I normally do, just because I wanted to see if it was an Esper or not, because I didn't really want to take another Esper, because I would have gotten the scaling a bit too high, and it happened to be an Esper, and it happened to be really cheap, so we put a note for later to get it, and yeah. The scaling hurt a little bit, especially with that Poltergeist fight, and then we ran to Magic Master later, and that was not fun. But
yeah, what was your thought process with the Poltergeist fight?
Yeah, I mean, when I ran into it, we didn't really have much power. I sort of figured it was, probably gonna be bad, but we had 2 rods, so I thought maybe we could pull it out, but it turned out it just doing it a second time was just wasting. And Saber and I debated a bit on whether I should try a second time, and unfortunately it didn't work out.
Yeah, and the 3rd time, you almost gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, the 3rd time didn't go great either, but barely got through.
This is why Terra is worst girl, okay?
Oh, I don't know. She soloed that fight, basically. No, she definitely didn't.
Yeah, and she pretty much soloed Goddess.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing with Spicy Chicken though is that we should never have gone the second time.
No,
because we knew there was
Yumaro's
nothing behind
dead.
Yumaro. So we
Yeah.
shouldn't have done it the second time to begin with, but that was just stubbornness there, I guess, more than
Listen,
anything.
if you guys are hungry for some wings, I got a recipe. Okay, you don't
Yep.
have to. You don't have to keep going face
I
planting
don't-
into the Welk spot.
I don't need heartburn this late at night, okay?
Also, random Doom Gaze was very nice. It was
Yeah.
a very opportune time.
Yeah, Doom Gaze out of
Search
nowhere.
the Skies, yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'm interested
what
to
they-
see what was actually behind Magimaster at
Yes.
Azosa
So am
Tower.
I.
We could go back and
yeah.
look if you want,
Yeah,
but that's behind
I can reset and go
Magimaster.
back.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we have
Yeah,
double DK
Bahamut.
now.
And
Yeah,
you have
but-
That should be
Bahamut.
fine.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
multi-summon Bahamut, you can get past that. So yeah, so after a couple of these struggles, Darkness, what was sort of the thought process? I saw you go like right away to Floating Continent. Was that just because you were feeling a little behind after Spicy Chicken ate your lunch a couple times, or was
Yeah,
that you thought was the best play available to you?
Yeah, I think Flint kind of was. Yeah, we just felt behind, and we needed to do something that was, a bunch of, guaranteed checks that, were. It's slow, but it was, levels because we weren't super high on levels yet, and yeah, so I think it was just sort of to get back in, and thankfully it's Triple Esper, which really got us back in.
Yeah, when you have to throw like a Hail Larry after like wiping a couple times, you need the levels. You got to get the double guaranteed checks. We know we needed characters. There's 2 options of characters, so it's like, okay, we got to go Floating Continent now because any other option, it pales in comparison to that. So
Yeah, so the only other question I think I have before I'll ask Sigil final questions for you, Darkness, was Kefka Tower skip ever in the realm of consideration possibility, or with the amount of checks you had, was it just too far away from
Yeah, I think
what you had?
I think we were at like 14 or something. I can
Mhm.
double check, but yeah, it was just too far away. We
Yeah.
were at 16, but
yeah, we finished
Still, I
at
think that would've been-
14.
Okay.
Oh no, we did Dragon. I'm sorry, we did the Dragon. My bad.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
that. So yeah, we finished at 15. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
'cause
thought about it. 'Cause
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So we thought about it with doing the Pumbaba
Oops.
thing
Mhm.
when we peaked it. It's like, oh, we should have talked to the girl anyways to see
Yeah.
whether it was an Esper or not.
It
then we
was
could've had
Seraphim
an
or
Esper.
Stray or something
Okay.
like
It
that.
was Stray. It was
It was
Stray.
an Esper that began with Nest. There's like
No.
5 of them.
Okay.
So,
So-
Seraphim.
Seraphim,
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
So that could have been the skip option there, as Darkness looks like they're gonna look for our Magimaster for us.
Yes,
Shadow.
thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Darkness, I'd just like to ask you, how's your experience been since you've completed the group stages now?
it's been very fun. I mean, we got like 3 awful seeds, but it
You're welcome for this one.
yeah.
You're welcome
Oh,
for the
phew.
first one.
Yep.
I
And
mean, Monday's
Saber's
rough
fault
too.
Yeah. Yeah, Saber's fault for the second one.
Yeah.
So,
So don't have
so-
mentors roll seats. That's what
Exactly.
we're getting out of this.
and
Oh,
what will you
man.
tell anyone aspiring to join the Moogle Cup? Or want to try Worlds Collide?
Yeah, I think just having a mentor makes it so much easier to like get into it. Like, I mean, I had played somewhat, but I hadn't really tried racing it, and just having a mentor just makes it feel a lot nicer to get into it. It's so much fun to do it with, because you have the mentor with you when you're doing the run, so you don't feel like you're like on your own or anything. It's
Yeah.
super fun. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, but with Darkness, it was like they already knew the basics for Final Fantasy VI and all because they played a lot of Archipelago and all. But it was like the part he needed help is that how to just focus on Final Fantasy VI and how to go fast, because they already started with a good base. They were around 150, 155 on like a run for Final Fantasy VI, and we've already cut that down. I mean, this was a 123. So we cut what 30 plus minutes out of that original time when we first started like a month ago. So just leaps and bounds, like great like improvement out of Darkness, and can't wait to see how much faster they can go.
Right. Do you have any more questions for Darkness or Saber, Swans?
No, I'm good. Just really, really good execution in Kefka's Tower. That's definitely where you. This is a pretty linear seed overall, right?
Mm.
And you definitely made up your time in Kefka's Tower by good execution and some party balancing luck. Unfortunately, Malkier ran into Goddess without a great way to kill Goddess.
Yeah.
So
And speaking of Malkia, GG's and welcome on in.
Thank you. Yeah, GG's Darkness. Well played, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. GG's as well.
What was your thought
No, it was
process
dead.
at the
Thunder
beginning?
Shield.
yick.
Ugh.
Well, I mean that would have helped out with the Goddess fight for Malkier, but anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
It's all good.
Malkia,
What was your question, Sigil? Sorry.
Malkia, what was your thought process at the beginning?
Grab a few free checks, grab some gear, and then just try to move.
Yes.
I thought we were playing really well, and then got us it, and just wasn't much I could do there.
No. Right. No, you were playing really well. It was just unfortunate Kefka's Tower for you.
Yeah, just like I said, I was telling you, okay, I can't be upset. Like I thought I played the scene pretty well. I was going pretty quick, and then got us. And I didn't want to triple around the tower. That would just be silly. So.
Yeah, especially with the warp stones. Yick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, I think, were synced at
it was
53 at like the 53 minute mark, right? Going into what was it the realm? Not the realm check. The oh god, what was the check that
Moogle
you
defense?
guys were doing at the same
Moogle
time?
Moogle defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That's
it was basically neck and neck, and it's just unlucky party composition in the wrong lane, really. That's
Malkia got into Kefka's Tower slightly ahead.
Yeah, and then between the Doomgaze fight, right? It was the Doomgaze fight.
It was the Doom. It was mainly the Doomgaze where you caught up and surpassed him.
So then I remembered that Realm had the relic, and I was like, I can grab that from her and put it on him, and that would be good.
Was that your idea, Malkia?
It was.
It absolutely was. It made me happy. He was like, "Oh, wait a minute!" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, that's he really good heads up play there. So did your opening with grabbing a bunch of espers, because both of you grabbed at least 3 espers before doing any checks, did getting the Super Balls early kind of inform what you were going to do early on in the seed? Were you more aggressive because you knew that you were buying some Super Balls there?
I wouldn't say I was necessarily more aggressive. I had a Larton Narsh, so it made sense to go to Narsh when I did, and I hit the early dragon, which kind of got me going.
Yeah,
so I figured I could route in Lock, I could route in Tritalk Spot, and grab the dragon, kind of nail 3 at once, and then just flip over and do the other side.
Yeah, that was a really, really good heads up play. It was just, again, unlucky that Umaro, of course, was in the other world, but whatever. That'll happen. So the only other question that I had was, you ended up with 10 espers. Did you ever consider thinking about going to find 2 more of them to get your Kefka skip?
At the point I had, not really, so I didn't really have a lot of quick chucks left. I had Veet left, I had Zozo left, which still take a while to walk. Then I had, I never found Sabin. I had Realm's already done. I already picked up that one.
No, you got Realm. You had Esper Cave, which is a quick check.
Yeah. That's maybe the only one, because both of you bought the Zen Thief. We're not sitting through the auction house, right? So.
No.
And that really kind of cinches that, you figure, because at that point, it's the time that you're spending going to 2 checks with one of them, Esper Mountain, but if any of the other checks that he had available, he would have spent more time doing those checks trying to get the extra Espers than he would have just running the tower.
And those are both potential character spots, too, so it would have been 33% chance that's an Esper.
Yeah.
Yes.
And on top of that, your levels were a bit higher than Darkness's when you guys got go mode. I think part of it was some of Darkness's characters had died during some of the fights, like during the fight with Poltergeist, and there was another fight, I think, that half your team was dead for. and I think you also took a couple more dragons at that point, right? Because Darkness did his one right before KT. So it makes sense. I was just curious as if that was a conversation or not.
I mean, it was in the back of my mind, but at the same time, I didn't. The time it would have taken to walk the last couple checks I had, like the OK said, it was just faster just to go.
Yeah,
I think we mentioned the possibility of that once we were at like 7 or 8 espers. We're like, well, I mean, if we keep getting them in fast checks and we can't get out of it, then it might be an option. We were very fortunate with Poltergeist, though, being that Tara had stop. That just like at first it was like, oh, okay, this is going to be rough. But then we saw the stop and it was like, okay, all right, we're good. We're good. Just beat it.
And Poltergeist got his revenge on Tara before he killed it.
Of course
yeah,
he
at that
did.
point, I was just like, okay, she can take one hit. It's fine. It's one fight.
Yeah.
And then the having to use 3 warp stones, and I didn't have to use 3 warp stones in Floating Continent, but those fights were terrible there. So the Prometheus and the other.
Well, and it was unfortunate that we didn't wind up picking up any smoke bombs. Really, it was, hindsight is 2020. It's like I was telling him once we were having to rerun. I was like, so from now on, we just sell the freaking farm for warp stones or smoke bombs. Like, let's never do this again.
Yeah. The other interesting thing is that in Tangier fight, you could normally just run away from without a problem, but I think you had Umaro in your party, which throws a wrinkle into things, right?
Yep.
Not really. If you're running, Umaro shouldn't attack.
It depends.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Point of order. Me and Darkness just realized we had stop the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think anyone learned it.
Oh.
That would have been nice, though.
Yeah, would have been.
Malkier used stop very effectively on on Poltergeist. So yeah, really well played run. Just a little unfortunate with the ending there. So that was all the questions I had. So do you have any more?
Yeah, Malkier, how's your time working with DLK?
Working with DLK has been the best part of this whole experience. She's been fantastic, and I couldn't ask for a better mentor.
No.
And you too, Sigil. I want to say it publicly that I said you've helped me a ton too, and I truly appreciate you also. So thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
DLK, how you liking your first time mentoring in the Moogle Cup?
I've mentioned to him from the beginning. I'm like, I just really don't want to let you down. Yeah, bull. Like, you know better. It's been a great experience though. Like he's improved a lot. When we first started getting together, like his times were close to 2 hours, and he's been, getting pretty solid somewhere between 125, 130 lately. So I mean, and his runs have been getting faster progressively. So it's really nice kind of watching him get better and learn new things and improve. And he's a great person too. So I couldn't ask for a better Moogle.
Yeah.
Well,
and how is?
Yeah. Go ahead, Sitch.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, when I first joined the community back in when Atmo was still in charge, the game was a lot different back then. So relearning everything has been interesting because I had to take a couple years off with my
Phoenix
family.
Cave used to give out 2 checks instead of 1. Yeah.
Back in my day. But yeah, it just coming back to the game after having taken extended breaks has been a lot of fun. So it's good to be in the community again.
Yeah, from watching your streams, Malkier, I feel this is probably the best siege you ran for the most part.
I mean, it was definitely a really solid one. I didn't feel like there were any kind of hiccups. It was not minuing a whole lot. Like, I was super proud of the way that the run went. And it was just like you said before, everybody said, it was just really unfortunate what we had in that lane with Goddess.
Yes.
Oh, and Doomgaze before that, because that was that same party.
Yes.
But yeah, GG Darkness, well played, and thank you for the constant tracking.
Yep, GG's.
And thank you guys for putting on an amazing show. I believe with this, Darkness ends the group stages 2-1.
Yep.
And Malkier, you still, I believe, have 2 more matches left.
Yeah, 1 tomorrow, 1 on Friday.
Yep. He put me through the gauntlet. He was like, let's just do it all back to back.
I'm sorry, work unfortunately forced it. We were supposed to have this game last week, and then I had to cover for a sick coworker, so Darkness was nice enough to postpone a week, so I appreciate it, Darkness. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah. I just want to wish you guys good luck going forward, wherever you end up.
Yep, and thank you guys for volunteering to put on the show as well. Thank you, Sigil, for doing commentary with me. That was a lot of fun and a really great race. It's always nice to see races that are, this close. It was really, really, really fun to commentate with.
Yes. Thank you for commenting with me also.
No problem. I think that'll do it for us. Thank you so much, Speed Gaming, for letting us take up some of your time, and we'll catch everybody next time. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.